Hey, good morning, friends. It's me, Smo. Friday morning. And while I let my hair dry, I was thinking about something. Something that I learned in the last 5 years that I have been in recovery. And it's recovery from the family diseases of addiction. And because I love someone who has or had struggled with addiction, and I needed help, I needed support. And one of the things that blew my mind was when I went into recovery, and September is National Recovery Month, hashtag Recovery Month. And when I went into recovery those first few times, and all of a sudden I heard three things: that I didn't cause the disease, that I couldn't control the disease, nor could I cure it. Me? I mean, come on, that's what I thought, that I had that all under control. I thought I had it under control. But what recovery showed me was how I was contributing to it. I contributed to the diseases in my family's life. The biggest one, keeping the secret. Lying about what was really going on and not being honest with myself. And the one gift that recovery has really given me and that continues to give me over the last 5 years, because you know what? It took me 5 years to get to this place, to be able to give my face to this little video clip. I couldn't do it, let alone do it without makeup and with my hair, looking like it does now. It took me 5 years to get there, to come away from the shame and come out of the closet, if you will, and talk about and be completely honest of what it was like, what happened, how I felt, what I did, and what it's like today, without crying an ocean of tears and feeling that I need to stay inside and keep it all to myself. Recovery gives me that gift every single day if I choose it. And it's something that I have to work on every day, and it's not something that goes away. And let me be really clear about this. I am not a recovery expert, but recovery in my life has made me a really satisfied customer. Because even though there's a lot of people in my life that are still struggling with addiction or the effects of it, of other people's addictions, I don't feel as painful and sorrowful and sad and remorseful and guilty or scared or worried than I did when I first started this journey for me of recovery 5 years ago. Hope is there. I didn't cause this disease. The alcoholics all in my life were alcoholics all before I met them, before I knew them, and before I entered their world. Heck, I was born into it. I have an alcoholic father who was at the racetrack and drinking and getting drunk the day I was born. The man that I was married to, who I loved immensely, he was an alcoholic long before I married him. I didn't know that. I didn't understand that, because many times in my being affected by this disease, I was told that I was the cause of it, that it was my fault, that if they didn't drink, that if I didn't do what I was doing, they wouldn't drink the way they did, or they wouldn't use. And that's just not true. Recovery helped me to understand that. And recovery also showed me that I couldn't control it, because boy, oh boy, if I sure could, everybody would have stopped using and abusing long ago. And anything I was trying to do wasn't helping. Didn't help. They'd find their own way. And sadly for some, it didn't happen. Some people died. And that's hard. That is really hard, because that leaves me to think that there was something else that I could do. And I really couldn't. Because it didn't matter if I was hiding the drugs or hiding the booze. They'd find it another way to get what they needed. What I realized in my recovery was that while they were obsessed with alcohol or drugs and other things and gambling or sex or whatever it might be, my obsession was about them and what they were doing and how miserable our lives were. Recovery helped me to ease my own strain, to help me to love them even though they're doing stuff that I don't really like very much. It helped me to see how I contributed to the disease, bankrolling it, taking on the financial responsibilities of someone else, and believing all the lies and the deceptions. Addiction and the disease is a family and a friend situation. And if you picture a pond and you take a rock and you drop it, and the rock represents the person that's addicted, and you watch the ripples open up when that rock hits the water, and every ripple and every ring represents a person who's affected by someone else's addictions. And the closer and the tighter that ring is, honestly, for me, the closer the relationship is, and the harder and the more affected we are. And that was me. I was the daughter of people with diseases, drug addiction, gambling addiction, alcohol addiction. I was the wife of one too. Life has gotten better for me as a result of recovery, even though some people didn't get better, and some people even passed away. And those are really hard truths, but I had to be able to face those honestly in both my head and my heart. If this resonates with you, #Recovery Month. If you know someone who's struggling with similar situations and feels lost and confused, #Recovery Month. Look it up. Help is out there for you. Resources are out there for you. I am a member, and a really grateful member and an active member of the al-anon 12-step recovery program. It helped me. It does help me. Because the one thing I learned is that disease and addiction, it ain't going away. So I go to recovery, but I treat it like school because I'm there to learn. I'm there to learn how to change my thoughts, my attitudes, and my actions, and rehabilitate those so that I can treat the friends and families who are sick and suffering with dignity and compassion, something I wasn't able to do before. Peace, my friends. I love you. I hold you in my heart. And just remember, you didn't cause this disease that's going on in your life. You can't control it, and you sure can't cure it. But we do contribute to it, and that is not a pretty truth that I like to admit to. But once I did, I started to really feel a little bit better. And I started to change my ways. And in changing my ways, I felt better. Have a great day. I will. And I hope you do too. Till next time. Bye.